Okay, this is Activity 5.5a, CAD Modeling Skills of the Automoblocks, Part 1. The first disclaimer will be that this is not going to be an exact replica of everything in the activities or of the T9 truck. These videos will be designed to help and assist, but I have simplified some of the parts, and so is Project Lead the Way, but I have taken some of that even a step further. The actual T9 parts are very complex, so if you want to build the exact parts, the drawings are out there, knock yourself out. I'm not going to do all the little details, we're going to do just the basics. So if we look at this, there's always, I would also recommend that you take your directions, snap it to the side of the screen. I'm not going to do that because I'm going to drag it to my second monitor, but you should always have your dimensions handy so you know where I'm pulling numbers from. And the other thing is, the more that you can build on your own, the better off that you're going to be, as opposed to just copying the way that one particular Project Lead the Way teacher created a drawing. Let's start off by just drawing and dimensioning a rectangle and extruding it, and then we'll cut a couple of pockets. So I'll get my rectangle tool. I'm already in a part file, and let's see, it's 3.17 wide. I hit the tab key to jump to my second dimension. It's 1.53 tall. And then that rectangle has 0.3 fillets on it. So we'll go ahead and, if we just point at the corners, we'll get those fillets on it. And then I like using the fast keys. So E is extrude. Let's go ahead and extrude. And instead of I could type the distance, but I already have that number. It's 3.17, so I could just click on D0 or whatever your dimension was if you had a different number. You don't have to type every dimension. It's already on the screen. Okay. The next step, let's go ahead and do a pocket on the front side. So we'll go ahead and just eyeball a rectangle, and then those dimensions on that are measured from left to right and bottom to top. Okay, so from the left side to the rectangle is 0.39. And then over to the right side is 2.79. And then bottom to top, 0.3. And 1.23. And of course we want to put 0.2 fillets on these. Four corners. And go ahead, and this time we'll do a cut extruded, not all the way through of course, but to a depth of 0.57. Okay, I'm going to pause the video and continue the part. You'll notice what we got to do is just do another cut another pocket. One of the problems with this diagram, we don't know the depth of that pocket. If I go to the drawings on here, and we know it's about an inch, and if I look at that, it's 1.07. But for the purposes of time on the video, I'm going to pause the video for the moment. Okay, so I've drawn and dimensioned the profile for the pocket on the top face. We'll go ahead and do a cut extrusion, 1.07. Okay, and next I want to add the little detail of the racing stripe along the side of the truck. So I'll just draw a little rectangle again. Of course, that's not hard to do. It's 0.06 by 0.06. And the distance from the top is 0.3. Now I could draw that on the other side, but of course that'll be a cut at distance all. I could draw that on the other side, but what I'd like to show is, you know, a lot of times if you want to change something, then you got to change both sides. This would be a good place to do a mirror. So I'm going to use the Workplane tool. I selected Workplane. I click on the right side and then click on the left side, and Inventor has gotten pretty smart. 6-8 years ago, this wasn't quite that easy to create that work plane in the middle. You had to jump through a lot more hoops, but Inventor realized, hey, if I click the two sides, I must want a plane down the middle. So then I can mirror that last feature across that mirror plane. Okay, so now I have a racing stripe down both sides. Okay, and I would do the same thing to mirror the pocket from the front to the back. You'll notice that in reality that pocket is a different size, but again, my drawing doesn't have that, and it's close enough for what we're doing. We're going to build the simplified connector anyways, so the fact that we don't have an exact replica of the pocket is not a big deal to me. I'd rather you just mirror it across instead of, you know, trying to figure out what the actual dimensions are. Okay, so go ahead and create the mirror, and you'll be done with the Automoblocks passenger section. Of course, we probably should have saved this already. Make sure you put it in the right folder. Oops, that's last year's. All right, here's my 2015. T9 passenger section. So it's, again, the project name, the part name, and then my initials. So make sure you follow whatever your instructor's naming convention is for your class. But that's what I do for my classes. Project name, part name, and then my initials.